and welcome to Chizuba Talks, where we share stories that inspire and talk to people who aspire to make this world a better place. I'm Tej, and I will delve into the lives and experiences of remarkable organizations and individuals. Let's get started. While browsing YouTube, I stumbled upon Greens Do Good, and I was instantly captivated by their innovative approach to sustainable living. Not only that, I was enthralled by their mission and their impact, and I decided to reach out to Jennifer, and I'm eager to learn more and explore about how promoting neurodiversity in the workplace is not only doable but also beneficial. Jennifer Faust is the operations director at Greens Do Good. Greens Do Good is a 501c3 and it is a part of the REED Autism Services family of programs. REED stands for Resources for Effective Educational Development. To find out more, let's talk to Jennifer. Welcome, Jennifer.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited about this conversation.
What a lovely way to connect. I saw your YouTube video, I was impressed, and I reached out to you, and you jumped at the opportunity. I'm so glad that you did.
Well, we are honored, and we do love talking about what we do. We love sharing our mission with the world and talking about the unique individuals we get to meet every day.
As you should. So, Jennifer, given that approximately 1 million teens will enter adulthood and age out of school based autism services over the next decade, how can programs like Greens Do Good and REED prepare to accommodate the increasing demand for support and employment opportunities for these individuals? So, before you answer that question, please tell us what Greens Do Good is and what you do.
So let me take one step back from that. You explained REED Autism Services, and I'll just go a little bit more into detail. So we are a family of nonprofit programs that provide the services and education needed so that an individual with autism can live as independently as possible. We start at age 3 with education. We have 2 schools in northern New Jersey where we provide one-to-one individualized education to students with autism. They can stay in our program until they're 21 years old. At that point, we have an adult day habilitation program where they continue to learn crucial life skills and some vocational skills. And we also have a residential program where we provide 24/7 support and supervision for those adults with autism who really, really require the most support. We have a foundation, which is sort of our idea incubator, where we come up with new programs all the time and new ways to serve our population. And then we have the farm. The farm is a fully operational indoor hydroponic farm where we grow basil and lettuce and sell to communities, community country clubs, to restaurants, to markets, and large grocery chains. But more than that, it's where we provide vocational training to individuals with autism so that they can also find a job in sustainable agriculture.
That's perfect. That's wonderful. So tell us a little bit about autism and the need for having, employment opportunities that suit autistic people.
Well, I'm not sure if you're aware, but nearly half of all 25-year-olds with autism have never held a paying job. So when you look at that sort of startling stat, you really think, like, what can I do to change that and create a new trajectory for teens and young adults that want to enter the workforce? So we looked at farming as an option because it really suits all levels of independence, from those on the spectrum that require the most support. Perhaps they're not speaking individuals, perhaps they need a job coach or an aide, perhaps they need help reading, or their sight is limited. There are jobs on the farm for you, and they offer a rewarding experience. And then Perhaps you are an independent individual with autism who's interested in sales and delivery and marketing. There are plenty of jobs on the farm floor for that individual as well. We have applied for and been approved for the New Jersey Department of Labor, DVRS, Division of Vocational Rehabilitation Services, as a vendor of work-based learning. And that's like a big word salad, so I'll explain what that is. When individuals with autism, either in private schools or public schools, turn 16, they enter what's called SLE. It's a transition program where they have structured learning experiences. It's now called work-based learning experiences. So the idea is to take the students out of the school and put them in real work experiences so that they can learn a vocation, gain that valuable experience, and understand if it's something they'd like to pursue or not. And oftentimes the answer is no, they don't want to be a farmer for the rest of their lives. But we're able to provide this job sampling to schools all throughout northern New Jersey. And we have about 80 students coming through the farm each week. And they start with food safety, and then they learn seeding. They'll learn harvesting. If they're inclined, they learn about the pH balance of water and how to add nutrients. Because in a traditional farm, the plants gain all of their nutrients from the soil. We're soil free. So you have to add those nutrients to the water. And if you're interested in learning about that, we can teach it. We actually have a pretty robust curriculum. It's like 100-point curriculum that we've created and broken down into task analyses, which is really the benchmark of teaching for an individual with autism. But it can be, it can lend itself to anyone if you're on the spectrum or not. Our curriculum is appropriate. And what's fascinating is of the 80 students that come through, we do get a handful who complete the curriculum and are really energized about farming. They want to enter this arena. And while we are a small farm, we are able to offer employment opportunities for those graduates, like 3 to 5 at the end of the year we're able to hire. And if not, we try really hard to make connections within the farming industry to find them jobs.
Right. So like you mentioned, you have these various aspects of farming, right? There's supply, there is seeding, there is actual hands-on experience. So when we talk about autism, what the word understands, I mean, somebody who's not exposed to autism, understand is that they're used to they like repetitive work. Autistic people are more inclined to do something which is very clear and very mechanical, stepwise, things like that. So do you select students to work in such roles with that kind of training?
So the autism spectrum is quite vast. And on one end of the spectrum, you have students who thrive in structured environments where they're offered repetition and they find comfort in the repeated activities. And then on the other side of the spectrum, there are students who want to be creative and free to choose their next job and free to choose their next activity. And what we find when we welcome students with no experience, and what we find is that they sort of settle into roles where they're most comfortable. So we have students who really gravitate towards seeding, and seeding is quite repetitious because every day we need to make sure that the basil is seeded, the lettuce is seeded, the microgreens are seeded. And then we have students who really want to explore the more creative end, who want to build their communication skills, who thrive off of interacting with their typically developing peers. So it's very interesting to watch. And you can't say like one size fits all, and the farm is just like that. There is something for everyone.
Let's take a break to understand what Juzuba is. Everyone at some point ponders on how this beautiful life can be made more meaningful. Maybe you're a leader trying to enhance your employees' experience at your organization. Or you already work for the community and seek volunteers with state-of-the-art skills to strengthen your nonprofit. Whatever your situation, know that you can make a difference. Chizuba began with this very vision. A vision to facilitate every skill and every passion in the world in meeting a social need. Corporate volunteering has several benefits for both businesses and organizations. In parallel, experienced and enthusiastic volunteers join NGO workers, enabling them to serve the community more effectively. Chizuba offers everyone looking to add purpose and meaning to their lives a chance to connect or volunteer virtually with non-profit organizations from over 100 countries around the world. Visit www.chizuba.net and explore opportunities to find meaning. Chizuba, your platform to do good. And now, back with our guest.
Right, and I did get that you have these educational tours where people can come and visit your farm for an entire day. You explain the process, and that also helps in socializing of the students who work there, right? So tell us about that. And I looked up some lovely recipes on your website, and I love them. I'm going to try each and every one of them because I love salads.
Wonderful. Well, I'm happy to hear that. We love getting recipes from our partner chefs. They've been tried and tested, and they've gotten rave reviews. So I think you'll enjoy anything that you make from the website. But so here's the thing. Many individuals with autism are just like you and I, where they want to be part of the conversation, right? And again, it's a spectrum, so I can't speak for everyone, and I can't assume I can't assume to know how they're feeling at any time. But we do have students that come and they just want to talk. So at lunchtime, they want to know, what has everyone done for the weekend? Is anyone dating? And how do I date? And is there an app for that? And can you show me the app for that? So what we did was create after work activities that really fostered that environment of socialization. So we did bowling nights and we did happy hours, and we've started, creating little social groups so that if you're interested, it's not for everybody, but if you're interested after working at the farm, you can join one of these outings and really start to dig deep in friendships and try to build the skills that you need so that if you leave the farm, you're able to communicate just like a neurotypical peer. And we have one student that I love to talk about. So his name was Finn, and he came to us with his transition program and completed the curriculum in record time, and we offered him a job. And within 6 months, he earned a promotion because he was doing so fabulously well. But I saw that there were still things that he felt he wanted more. He wanted more out of the farm. He wanted more out of life. So he came to me and said, I don't really know if I want to farm anymore. I just want to find something that where I can just talk. So through Read Partners, we connected him with a restaurant who's been a longtime Read supporter and a good friend to us, and said, listen, he's been with us for 2 years. He knows about professional behavior. He understands, he can do a job. He's done it so well. He's gotten a promotion. This guy is ready. He's just not interested in farming anymore. And he interviewed for a job as a restaurant host and is loving it. So while he's not farming, he learned all of those prerequisite skills that are so crucial to holding a good job, a good paying job. And we love seeing it. I love seeing him flourish. I love seeing him thrive in his new setting. And I check in with his boss frequently and am just getting rave reviews from him.
That is wonderful, isn't it? And that's like so satisfying for you also to see somebody who started off at your organization and then moved on to actual life, like adulting.
And that's what we want to see. It's our mission to create these programs to provide independence. So whatever independence means to that individual is what we are fighting for. This we're working towards. And independence means different things to different people.
Jennifer, since you say you're part of the READ program, how helpful is it to have a sort of an umbrella organization to help out with all the operations?
Yeah, so that's really about the business and the workflow and the function of all of the programs working together. I mentioned that we have a foundation. So The foundation isn't just the idea incubator, it's the fundraising arm. We need to fundraise a lot of dollars each year to be able to pay our employees and afford these programs. So, our education program is funded by the Department of Education in New Jersey, and we have an adult program that is funded in part by Medicaid, which is a federal program in the United States. But we have so much more. We have a business office that, it takes care of the accounting, and we have marketing, and I'm operations for the farm, but I'm also operations for the foundation. And we've got a development team. So all of these people work together and really try to think outside the box. So one example is that what we recognized is the individuals that are coming to the farm they require less support than the individuals that are coming to the school. And we realized that after they turn 18, there's no place for them to grow. So we created a college prep program, or a college-like program for them. So we've partnered with a local college called Felician University. And this fall, we are launching what we have named the PATH program. And it's for students that have the inclination, the aptitude, but not the resume, not the college prep programs to get into college. So what we're going to teach are life skills, independent skills, social media skills, financial literacy skills, and other, right? Crucial skills for living independently, but we're going to do it on a college campus. So these students feel fully integrated with their peers, and they can have that college experience. And that's, funding that requires a lot of fundraising dollars. So again, this is just something that we all work together, and that's why it's really helpful to have that parent organization, because we're pulling from, we're pulling ideas from all over to put together the next program that will foster independence in an individual with autism.
And last question here, Jennifer, where are you located, and do you foresee having branches all across the United States?
So we're sort of scattered in northern New Jersey. We have a school in Oakland, a school in Franklin Lakes. If you're familiar with New Jersey, those are in Bergen County. Our business office is located in one of the schools. The farm is in Hackensack, and we have homes right now in Glen Rock. We have an apartment. We've got another home coming in the fall, I believe it is, and another home coming in 2025, all throughout northern New Jersey. We are looking to expand. We're always looking to build more homes because, oh gosh, I'm going to get the number wrong, but I think there's 6,000 people on a waiting list in New Jersey. So we really need to build homes quickly. We would always be ready to expand the farm as well if we can find a location that suits our needs, because right now, if we have 80 students coming through, imagine we could have 160 students that are learning skills. And like we already said, it's not just vocational skills. It's social skills, it's communication skills, it's career readiness, professional behavior that they're learning at the farm. So if we could double that, that would be wonderful.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us, Jennifer. It was lovely connecting and understanding your mission and the values. Like they say, autism is not a disability, it is a different ability. And what you are doing is something that is so important for society. And while you are working over there, people who are working over there, they get to enjoy those freshest of fresh salads. So yeah, I would love to come and volunteer one of these days.
We would love to have you. Please let us know when you're nearby.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.